Occasionally, you wake and just know it will be a Lou Reed perfect day. Today I knew from the moment I opened my eyelids. I knew from the royal blue sky that wept through the thin layer of my tent. I knew from the silhouette of my motorcycle where Mona sat so patiently a few feet away outside. I knew by the towering green mountains that enclosed Lisa and I in the valley of Glen Etive. I knew because I woke not to my abrupt alarm from my iPhone, but to the sweet sound of the river merrily dancing its way toward the sea. I knew from a glorious birdsong welcoming me to a brand new crisp morning, to a day that was unwritten and placed me as my own author.
We look like we're blessed today. We've had a beautiful night's sleep. Had a beautiful sleep here at Glen Etive. Woke up to an absolutely clear blue sky. Sun's just coming up. We got up at 5. Oh my God, look at it. Scotland, you're so amazing. I just wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Woohoo! Come on! Look at this place. It weren't even that cold last night. It really weren't. It was just amazing. Still waiting for her breakfast. Queen, the path of death, taking breakfast into the sun because the sun is not coming into us yet. Just like this. I was a goat in a past life. What a beautiful night. Absolutely, this place blows my mind. If you're coming up this way to Glencoe, a lot of people ride straight through Glencoe doing the North Coast 500, turn off to Glen Etive, especially if you want to camp. I mean, whether you're on a motorbike or even if you're in a van or a car camping, this area, beautiful. Really stunning. We've had the best night here. Weren't cold, woke to these clear blue skies, watching that sunrise into the clear blue, just amazing. Sitting there eating our breakfast. This is what it's about. It's not always about just getting the miles in. It's about stopping and taking in nature, sitting by this river and watching that sun reflect on the water and the birds flying around. Stop, people. Make sure you stop and enjoy it, or life will pass you by. And on a motorbike, as much as we love the riding, I love riding. I ride all day, but and it's good because with Lisa, I think it does make me stop more. Lisa's a slower pace than me, and stop and take it in. There's no point coming and doing a North Coast 500 or in 3 days. Like, I've seen people do it in bloody 1 day.
I like seeing all the villages, and otherwise you can just drive through a town but actually just see the road, like you just want to see the houses, the church and where they go, and just to actually you can't really actually say a place just by driving the road. Do you know what I mean? You might just miss the best part of it. So
no, I mean, obviously it's not
glorious.
Some people you can only get 3 days off, and then in which case, but I would just do a bit of the West Coast. I wouldn't attempt to do... I mean, I'd done the North Coast 500 last time, and I'd done a lot more. I ended up doing 2,500 miles on my Evo when I was up here. I mean, obviously there and back as well, but I did 1,500 miles in Scotland.
It was 10 days then, though.
I had 10 days, yeah. But, I mean, if you've only got 3 days, just do a section. Just come up and see a bit. I mean, the West Coast is definitely where it's at. The West Coast is the most... a lot of it's stunning, but I just find this West Coast is absolutely on the money.
Can't believe we woke up to blue sky.
Did you ever wake and feel like you've only just arrived? As in, like here on Earth? I'm having one of them days. I feel like the man who just dropped to Earth. There will be reckoning, I will regain my soul. I quote the Silver Surfer. I don't know if I'm Superman, E.T. or Mork from Ork. I feel like the last man in the world. Or maybe the first. I feel like I'm having one of them days where if a grizzly bear walked over to me while I was sat playing guitar, he would probably pull up a chair and we'd be able to shoot the breeze. For I would understand him, and he I. It's a day I could put out my arm and an eagle would swoop down and land on it. She would tell me it would be a pleasure to run my messages over to the East Coast, to the crazy speed demon, Viva, Robbie, Batman, Anderson. I'm having one of them days where I could still be asleep. I could be in my bed fast asleep at home and dreaming. Or maybe I really am riding a Harley Davidson through this magical wonderland, my little lady and I, in this mystic arena of the gods, heaven on earth. Look up the meaning of the word road, and it will tell you, 1. A wide way leading from one place to another, especially one with a specially prepared surface which vehicles can use. Or 2. A series of events or course of action that will lead to a particular outcome. I can tell you this one we travel now, it's a lot more than that. This road running up here through the overwhelming valley of Glencoe is like nothing else. It's a road of dreams that threatens to transport you to a land of gold. It makes you feel like you're at the end of the rainbow. To roll along this road on a motorcycle under a blanket of blue sky is a gift. It's a gift not to be taken lightly. My lips work overtime in whispered thanks and words of gratitude for placing me here on this bright day in 2025, and not the dark one of 1692. This road is a work of art, a work of magic. I thank everyone that helped make it, the blood, sweat and tears spent laying it out. I thank the muscle of Scotland for the pathway to the far north. I tip my hat to the elders of elders who first rode north on horse and cart, putting down those first tracks. As the three sisters come into view, you're made to feel so small and inferior, it humbles you. But yet, it makes you glad to be alive. To be a complex yet insignificant living being on a planet of such colossal and magnificent beauty. The muscle of my machine is apparent here. Her thumping heart echoes in the rocks around me. I fail to hear the minuscule pitter-patter of rabbit feet as they scurry back away from the road's edge as I approach. But yet I know it's there in the wind. And smaller feet still running back to their homes in a momentarily rush of self-preservation. There is so much in the wind we fail to hear but know is there. The laughter of dead pals. My spirit friends are close. Robert Leonardi probably sat on the bag on the back rack. Hook and Fluke on the side panniers. Big Bill Schubert sat merrily upon my handlebars, hollering and whooping. No wonder Ramona feels so heavy today. Take us with you, Mark. Of course I will. There's room for you all.
We're about to enter Skye. Skye Bridge is just up ahead.
got breakfast. And then we kept on saying we were going to stop like at 12 o'clock and we just couldn't find anywhere to pull over. Couldn't find any toilets. Just been on the road.
What time is it now?
Gone 3.
It's a nice ride though, isn't it? Lisa's a little bit grumpy, I'd say. So we are now at Uig. Tent is up. Yeah, it's a lovely little campsite. You wouldn't really come here unless you were going to get the ferry to the Outer Hebrides, really. Bikes all parked up, we've unloaded. We haven't set up all the stuff in the tent yet. We put the tent up, but Lisa's really miserable. We tried booking the ferry online and the website weren't working very well. So I just said, let's just go to the ferry terminal. Yeah, we didn't want to get the ferry today, but we just missed one, so it meant the ferry terminal was empty. So I just went in, booked tickets for tomorrow. So we want to stay 2 nights on Lewis and Harris. So the islands are connected. You can, once you get to one, you just drive on. So the ferry we get from here goes to Harris, and then we'll drive up to Lewis. No, we won't. We'll ride up to Lewis. Got nothing booked, obviously. We'll probably wild camp at least one night. We get the ferry at 9:30, and then 2 days later we come home at midday on the Saturday. We'll come back here. We could have got it to Stunaway, further up the west coast, but then you'd miss a lot of the west coast, which is, you know, Applecross, etc. Don't want to miss all that. But like Lisa said, we haven't eaten hardly a thing. We had a sausage sandwich this morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and now it's 3 o'clock. We're hungry bunnies. Not as hungry as them ones up there, look. They're hungry bunnies. Just munching down on some grass or whatever it is they eat. Lisa's made me a nice sandwich. She's outdone herself on this one, so let's have a look.
Let's make your own.
So we go classic Philadelphia, bit of cheddar, some olives, smiley little happy bunny over here.
Not happy.
Fucking just come outside the front of your house and play bagpipes, why don't you? That's rocking it, man. That's what we got tonight.
We're in Lisa's kitchen tonight. It's not going to go well.
Don't say that, I'm starving, I want nice food.
It's knife that I've got to use. I think I'm going to just cut my finger off. I just don't know how you use all this stuff. So anyway, we put some pen pasta on. This is a really quick and easy.
So hang on, we're saying this is quick and easy meal, so we're on 1 minute, go.
Alright. And then I'm going to put...
There's a chilli, garlic, salt and pepper in there. Just needs a little extra, we don't have to have this in it here, but...
It's because Mark likes olives in every single thing that he
I like olives in my
eats.
porridge, I eat olives in anything.
But literally, once the pasta is cooked, it probably only takes about 5 minutes. You're then going to add a tin of drained crab. I always get this, like the white crab meat, and then I would say probably 2 dessert spoons of creme fraiche, squeeze of lemon, stir it in for a few minutes until it's a bit bubbling, add the pasta to it. And what's handy with this is you can just like take a tin of crab meat with you. Obviously,
So the only thing you got to buy fresh is the creme fraiche.
Yeah.
Really. You can cook it without. I've cooked it without it.
yeah, you could have like a very lemony garlic.
It's not as
zest.
good. It's just like lemon and garlic. I mean, if you can buy fresh crab meat, go
Yeah,
for it.
but just on the road.
But then it ends up being really expensive. You need so much of it.
It's about 2 or 3 minutes of that. Lemon. Don't have to have the lemon. I just quite like it. Makes it like a really fresh, zesty dish. I'm now going to cut parsley up. Right, so you want that much, like a good massive handful. You're going to think that's a lot. It's the final bit. So just got that little bubbling, it's all mixed up. Then Mark just drained the water out of it. You did put salt and pepper in earlier, just one sec, it is done. Voila.
A lot of goodness. Well done. That's good.
Nice, isn't it?
Personnel only area. Me being the only Englishman who's only able to read Chinese makes that very hard to understand. This is where I am, man. Pretty beautiful. Don't think I'm supposed to be down here, but man, it's pretty nice view. That last bit of sky.
I want to be lost in sand. I'm a man who likes to feel the land. I don't mind the driving rain. I'm a man who understands pain. It comes, it goes. It comes, it goes. It comes, it goes. I want you to take my hand, roll with me down to San Jose. We shoot up that southbound road for the sun and that sweetest cold. Let's go, let's go, let's go, Here at Uig, at the end, top of Skye, about to go over to Lewis and Harris. Pretty nice here, man. Pretty nice here. This is where I was. This is where you get the ferry, but I think this is a staff only area. That's what the sign said, I think. But me